There are moments when life quietly asks, how strong are you really? For most, the answer hides under fear, excuses, and self-doubt. But centuries ago, one man, Miyamoto Musashi, discovered a path to unshakable strength, not by adding more, but by removing what was weak. His life became a lesson in clarity, calmness, and power without pride. This is the story of Noah, an ordinary man who learned that true power begins when all illusions are stripped away. Noah was 32. He wasn't lazy, but he was tired of starting and never finishing, tired of anxiety ruling his thoughts, tired of feeling like life was slipping past while he stood still. He had a decent job, but his mind never rested. Every problem felt like a mountain, every mistake like a collapse. One night, after another panic attack in his apartment, he sat trembling on the floor, chest tight, heart racing. When the panic finally faded, silence took its place. And in that silence came a thought, if I don't change now, I'll live like this forever. Scrolling online that night, he came across the name Miyamoto Musashi, a samurai who never lost a duel, who fought from the age of 13 until his death, undefeated. But what struck Noah wasn't Musashi's victories, it was this line. His strength was not in speed or size, but in a mind without hesitation and a body without limits. Noah realized he didn't need more motivation, he needed to remove what made him weak. The principle of elimination. Musashi taught that to grow strong, one must eliminate, not add. No waiting, no excuses, no dependency on perfect conditions. Noah started small. He didn't buy gear or join a gym. He dropped to the floor and did push-ups. 10, then 15, then 20. The next day, he did them again. He made one rule: never skip, just reduce. If he was sick, he'd do 5. If exhausted, he'd do 1. The point wasn't perfection, it was consistency. He trained himself to act, not negotiate. The voice that once said, "Not today," grew weaker. His discipline didn't grow louder, his excuses grew quieter. Strength, he realized, wasn't about effort, it was about subtraction. The still mind. After a month, his body had changed, but his thoughts hadn't. He still overanalyzed, replayed mistakes, worried about the future. Then he found one of Musashi's deeper lessons, Hijoshin, the still mind. If your mind moves, your sword moves late. It meant staying calm in battle or peace, unmoved by chaos. So Noah began watching his emotions instead of reacting to them. When anxiety came, he didn't fight or flee, he simply breathed and observed. At work, when his boss snapped at him for a small mistake, Noah stayed silent and calm. He listened, apologized once, and continued working. Later, his boss's tone softened, almost respectful. That was Hijoshin in practice, calmness under fire. Modern science calls it emotional regulation. Musashi simply called it mastery. The way of action. Mental calmness meant little without physical resolve. Musashi warned, a still mind without a strong body is like a blade without an edge. Noah decided to test himself, 100 push-ups a day for 30 days, no matter what. It was brutal at first. His arms trembled, his chest burned, but he refused to quit. He didn't count perfectly, didn't chase perfection, he moved through pain. And something inside shifted. Pain stopped meaning stop, it meant grow. Doubt stopped meaning wait, it meant move. He stopped asking, "Can I?" and started acting before doubt could answer. Discipline replaced motivation, and for the first time in his life, Noah felt free. Zanshin, the mind that never sleeps. Months later, Noah noticed a strange calm even after training. His mind stayed sharp. That quiet focus bled into the rest of his life. Musashi called it Zanshin, awareness that lingers even when the fight ends. Noah realized how often he lost focus after success, checking his phone, relaxing too soon, drifting into comfort. Musashi had warned, the moment you relax, you lose your edge. So after every workout, Noah sat in silence, no music, no distractions, just presence. When finishing tasks, he didn't celebrate too early. He reflected, learned, and prepared for the next. Slowly, awareness became habit. He wasn't chasing motivation anymore, he was becoming discipline itself. Friends noticed his calm. His family said his eyes looked sharper. Noah didn't brag, he simply kept going, steady and quiet, living what Musashi called readiness without tension.
Fushin, the mind under pressure. Then, life tested him. His boss called him in one Monday morning. The company was downsizing. His job was gone. A few months earlier, that would have broken him. But now, something inside stayed unmoved. He felt the shock, the fear, but didn't fight it. He just breathed. A still mind is not a quiet mind. It is a mind that moves only when it chooses. Noah left the office calmly, updated his resume that night, and started applying with quiet precision. 3 weeks later, he had 3 offers and chose one that brought both challenge and peace. It wasn't luck, it was training. His mind had learned stillness under fire, not absence of emotion, but control over it. The strategy of void. In his new job, Noah practiced another of Musashi's teachings, Hyoho, the strategy of void. It meant fighting not to win but not to lose, avoiding mistakes, staying grounded, keeping ego out of the way. He didn't rush to impress or show brilliance. He focused on reliability, precision, and quiet consistency. And strangely, that restraint made him stand out. People trusted him more. His work spoke for itself. True mastery, he learned, wasn't doing more, it was doing less. Perfectly. Suti, letting go of the self. Months later, a new kind of fear appeared, the fear of losing progress. He worried that if he slipped once, he'd return to the weak version of himself. But Musashi's final lesson was Suti, to abandon the self. Do not think of yourself as strong or weak, just be. Noah stopped counting push-ups, stopped tracking days. He trained because it was part of him, not because he needed to prove anything. He no longer sought praise or recognition. His peace didn't depend on conditions. Some friends drifted away, unsettled by his calm. Others admired it quietly. Noah simply moved through life with steady grace, neither proud nor afraid. He had become what Musashi described as sword and zen as one. A year after that first panic attack, Noah was not trying to be disciplined anymore. He was disciplined. There was no space between intention and action. His life had become simple. Train the body, train the mind, stay calm, stay aware. He no longer chased comfort. He lived for clarity. Musashi once wrote, "When you attain the way, there is nothing you cannot see." Noah understood now. His strength was quiet, steady, and unstoppable. Not born of dominance, but of peace. He no longer needed to conquer others, only his own hesitation. Life will ask you the same question it asked Noah. How strong are you really? The answer won't come from what you add, but from what you remove. Fear, excuses, comfort. You already have the same time, the same body, the same potential. The difference is whether you'll eliminate what holds you back. Musashi died alone, but he died free, undefeated in battle and in spirit, and his message still stands. True strength is not about becoming more, it's about becoming less. Remove everything that makes you weak. Act without hesitation. Live without fear, and discover the still unstoppable strength that was always inside you.